I was just watching a few YouTube videos on exercise addiction, and I was thinking about my past experience when I started exercising. When I was 16, 17 years old, I started using a stationary bike on a regular basis. I had one at home that time, and I would go on it for about 20 minutes a day at a moderate high intensity. It was intense enough that I would sweat to the point my shirt became a little bit soaked, and I would have to drink water. And I did lose about 20 to 30 pounds at first, but psychologically back then, it felt like I had to do it every day. It felt like if I missed a session or if I didn't have time to do it, I got really pissed off. Actually, one time when I was in grade 12, when I was procrastinating to get my homework done, it was about 11 p.m., 12 a.m., and I was just exercising for 15-20 minutes because I felt stressed out that I didn't get it done for the day. And then came university. I was exercising every day, fearing the freshman 15, because I moved into residence. Mine was to the point at that time where I would want to build strength, I want to get muscle, and I want to burn fat. And not having good knowledge of exercise, I try to do everything at the same time. Spend at least 2 hours, follow bad advice from everyone else. And then for some time I would be training for 2 hours a day, 6-7 days a week. And then later, I'll be cutting down to about 3-4 times a week. Over time my hormones started to become affected, so I was starting to put on fat easily. And I was starting to eat more junk food, so I was able to gain more weight easily. But in the process, I gained too much fat. And then I just kept exercising, being confused with what goals I wanted. So that's how exercising affected my mind at that time. When it came to about 4th year, I realized my blood pressure was all of a sudden pretty high. And my heart rate was close to 100. My blood pressure was like 150/90. And then I realized I have a problem. I was trying to put on strength, trying to do cardio, trying to build muscle, do whatever it takes. Look for different supplements that will work. I was addicted to energy drinks. At that time I looked at overtraining recovery, and then I used a couple months to just stop exercising. And then I got back into it, didn't work out for so many hours. I just cut down to about 1 hour a day, 3 times a week, and did full body workouts instead. And I also look for ways to prevent overtraining so I can get stronger. Because I realized even though I was putting on strength, but there were other people that were putting on strength faster than me. So there was something that these people were doing correct that I wasn't doing correct. So why is exercise addiction, overtraining very hard to diagnose? My opinion, it's because most people don't even exercise enough, or not at all. They compliment people who exercise on a regular basis. So you exercise 1 hour, good job. 2 hours, even better. So that's how a lot of people think about exercise. But if it gets to the point where it affects your work, your homework, your social life, or even your health, then you know that it's too much exercise or you're not doing it correctly. Like, there's nothing wrong with exercising every day, and there's nothing wrong with spending a couple hours in a gym if you truly enjoy it and you're getting better at it. For several years after school, I only worked out 3-4 times a week, no more than an hour, hour and a half per session. At that time I was fearing that I was going to overtrain again, so I limited myself to that amount of time. And then I took a week off every 2 months of training. But now, in the last couple of years, I moved back to training almost every day, but I keep the sessions short. And I have much better programming and a much better diet that allows me to continuously get better. There might be some days I may not get better, but that means I just cut down the exercise. One of the reasons why I exercise every day, it helps me stay a lot less sore on a daily basis. I find that if I exercise only about 2, 3, or even 4 times a week, I'm sore after each workout. So if I condition myself to work out every day, then I won't feel that sore every day anyways. Or if I do feel sore, I'm more used to it. I treat every workout as practice, as something I want to get better in. The problem with me exercising in the past and other exercise addicts is that they were exercising for the purpose of just exercising. There wasn't much thinking about getting better in any exercise performance or getting healthier. It's just, I want to exercise, I want to burn some calories. I could tell you guys the costs of myself exercising too much when I was in school. It cost me a lot of money in terms of transportation, because it cost me money to buy gas or bus tickets. It also cost me money to get plenty of energy drinks because I was craving a lot of caffeine. I was also craving a lot of junk food. And I would spend a lot of money on supplements that I don't even use today. And there were supplements I think that they were a waste of money. I would say the mistake was I was always looking at the guys who were most likely on steroids. And I had no intention of taking steroids. So their programs were not the best ones for the average person. There was also a lot of bad information on websites or around that time. The other mistake I made was because I always cared about what people thought of me or what people were doing in the gym. So I remember I didn't feel too good when I got made fun of for doing certain exercises. And then I see people that they were benching more weight than me. So I became obsessed with wanting to get that type of strength. Or get a certain amount of reps. But even today, now, I do exercises most people don't even do, and I don't even care that it's different than other people's. I don't care it looks weird. I just do it because it makes me a stronger person. It can make me a better athlete if I was competing in any sports. If you're exercising too much, then I would suggest cut down a little bit. So if you're exercising 2-3 hours a day, 6 days a week, and you feel like you're not getting as much results right now, then I would cut down to even one hour or 1.5 hours for, say, 4-5 days a week. If that's still a little too much, you might have to cut down a little bit more. But I wouldn't say do less than 3 days a week or do sessions less than 45 minutes at a time. To work out every day for hours, it has to be like a full-time job. And you have to really enjoy it and continuously see progress in order to live that type of lifestyle. Or even if you work out every day, just to at least get your metabolism working and to get your muscles active, then I would say just keep it very short. Keep it 30 minutes. Do it in the morning. Do it after you come back from work. Or take a break and just do a couple sets. As long as you're healthy, your blood pressure is not spiked up, your heart rate's fine, you have a good relationship with your family, your friends, then there should be no limit on how much you can exercise.